Good day, emerging mothers. I am hopeful yet confident that all of you all are good. Listen, thank you so much for listening and tuning in today. Let me ask you this, because I know that I have covered this topic before. And the topic is your teen ready for the college campus? Are they ready to transition out of the home? Are they ready to make the necessary moves and adjustments needed prior to them leaving home? And so I know I covered that. However, I'm uncertain if I covered, is your teen ready to leave home from an emotional perspective? And so that's what I'd like to cover today. And as we cover this, I know for a fact that there is a study out, and the study was done by the American Journal of Public Health. And what they cite is that 60% of high schoolers, they may be ready for the college campus. They may be ready to just knock it out of the box academically, but 60% of them are struggling from a social perspective. And so that's why I want to talk to you about this on today. And so one of the best ways to determine whether your teen is prepared to transition out of the home and to land on the college campus is to look at what they're doing right now in high school. I mean, let's just take an honest look at how our teens are managing their day-to-day lives. So, in other words, are they being responsible? Picking up behind themselves, washing the dishes and doing the chores around the house and all of those different types of things. Are they responsible in taking care of that piece of business right here, right now, before they even leave the house? Then also, is your teen good with time management, or are they tardy all the time? Many of you know because you've attended college yourself, and really, away from the idea of college, but just in general, a meeting, or making sure that you're on time for church. I mean, all of those things are important. Are they tardy all the time, or are they on time? And I've told my daughters throughout the years, listen, when you're early, you're on time. And when you're on time, you're late. And when you're late, you're left out. And so who wants to be left out? Arrive there early just to make sure that you're clearly on time. Also, listen, when we look at the types of friends that our teens have a tendency to surround themselves with, are those teens troubled, or are they toxic, or are they helpful in actually setting goals and going somewhere in life? Please take a peek at that. And then also, when we think about our teens and what is required on the college campus, and knowing that, of course, the profs on campus, they're going to have some expectations of us, which is to submit our assignments on time and our projects and our presentations and all of those things on time. Is your teen doing that right now? Are you close enough to them whereas you can get an idea as to what their habits entail from an assignment submission standpoint? So are they submitting their assignments on time? And then also, I'm curious to know, are they able to do some of the things that they know that they will need to do? Are they able to wash their clothes? Are they able to repair a few things here and there? Are they able to remain calm and make good social decisions? All of those different types of things are indicators of if they're going to be ready on the college campus. So what I know for sure is that when teens leave the home, their parents' home or grandparents' home, whomever they're living with, once they leave home, there's a tendency for some of the stressors that sit right there on the college campus. There's a tendency for some of those stressors to trigger our teens if our teens are already having some mental health challenges. One of the major concerns of sending 18-year-olds out of our homes off to the college campus is that those mental health issues, they can surface. 75% of mental health issues they surface, they elevate, they peak their head before the age of 21. So I just want us to keep that in mind, that it's what our teens are doing right now before they land on the college campus. Some of those things can actually ignite mental health. We know that on the college campus that academics, that's more demanding. Of course, alcohol and drugs, that's in existence. Also, we know that on the college campus, poor sleep is obtained, and the idea of our teens making sure that their hygiene is situated. Sometimes that lacks. The idea of just exercise altogether. I mean, that's just a foreign thought. And so that's non-existent. So, and poor nutrition. Are our teens really eating healthy? Listen, did I eat healthy when I was in college? Not a majority of the time. So I know that we'll show grace as we're talking to our teens and working with them around these different discussion topics, if you will. So what can we do to help our teens? Which we want to help our teens. We want to support them. We love them. And by golly, we want them to be successful. So the first thing we'll want to do is we'll want to enhance our teens' problem-solving skills, because we know that can cause stress. It can. If our teens are uncertain of the different types of steps, if they're faced with a problem or an issue or a situation or circumstance, an occasion, whatever they're faced with, and they're trying to make the very best decision possible. You know what? It's our tendency, mine included, to jump in and just go ahead and fix it. Like, no need for us to even think about this any longer. But you know what? I want to make sure that my teens, plural, and your teens, that they're able to go through the necessary steps in reference to making sure that they're making appropriate decisions. So enhance their problem solving skills. That's, looking at the conflict all the way around. And then you are looking at some options that could be possible solutions to that problem. You're looking at the pros and cons of each of those. And then after that, you're making a decision. And then you're following up on that decision to make sure that that's the appropriate decision. If not, then of course you'd be able to make a better decision next time. But by all intents and purposes, you have taken action, and that's to be applauded. So enhance your problem solving skills. Another reason why that's important is because, of course, it could ignite health problems, and that's the last thing we want. So please, allowing them to solve their own problems is essential. Okay. And then also enhancing positive behavior. How I did this with my daughters is I made sure that we volunteered. I mean, we may have been at the soup kitchen one Saturday, and the next Saturday we're helping to feed the homeless and telling them about the love of Jesus Christ and how he wants to be the boss of their lives, and how he, of course, he died, he rose, and he lives right now. Of course, and as he ascended, then of course we're left with the Holy Spirit, who is our counselor, who guides us and leads us so that we can go in the way of the Lord. So that's what we talk to the homeless about. And so encouraging positive behavior, that's number 2. So number 1, enhancing problem-solving skills. Number 2, encouraging positive behavior. And then encouraging tips to help with certain emotions like irritation and frustration anger, and a lot of times on the college campus, there's fear that's faced, there's disappointment that's faced, but knowing and utilizing concrete coping skills. I'm unable to identify and articulate to you how important that is having some coping skills in your back pocket to pull out at any given time when you're dealing with a situation. Then, it could be, maybe writing in a journal to help regurgitate or brain dump, whatever it is that we're feeling, so that, of course, we are being able to live productive lives. Then another one is to, guess what, pursue a hobby and get busy. Sometimes we're simply having issues with things going around us because we're not busy. We don't have any business of our own, and we need to obtain business of our own so that we're focused on something as opposed to everyone else, especially our team. And then last but not least, elevate their confidence and set big goals. Refrain from doing for them so they can do for themselves and be able to move forward in this universe, if you will. So yeah, let's elevate their confidence because they can do it. And a lot of times, listen, we sit back and we think about our teens and we listen to our teens and they're coming up with great ideas where some of them didn't even cross our mind. So let's encourage them to elevate their confidence, and let's pray on that just to make sure that, of course, they are able to move forward as productive citizens. And then, embrace the college experience and avoid the idea of coming home every single weekend and talking to our teens all day long and texting nonstop. All of those things are what we want to try to avoid because we want them, again, to live productive lives. So listen, I want each and every one of you all to remain encouraged, inspired, motivated. I love each and every one of you. I do want to mention that if you want and of course, if you scroll down within our private Facebook group, Emerging Mothers, if you scroll down, you will find the link to our website. And there is a toolkit, of course, on that website that you're able to go through and follow. And it'll help you to prepare for your teen's transition. Listen, again, I love you all. I appreciate you. Make sure that you locate that website so that you're able to get that toolkit and then become a subscriber so that we can send you helpful information along the way. Love you. Take care. Be safe. And until next time, bye.